Equanimity is a state of mental calm and composure, a steadiness of mind that remains unshaken even in challenging situations. This core concept is deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy, an ancient school of thought that continues to hold significance in our high-stress society. Stoicism and equanimity are intrinsically linked. Stoicism teaches us to embrace this calmness, reminding us that our true power isn't in attempting to control the world around us, but in how we respond to it. In our era of constant stimulation and the relentless pursuit of happiness, equanimity offers a refreshing. It nudges us to focus not only on the pursuit of happiness but also resilience and peace. It encourages us to look beyond the superficial, to explore the depths of our own minds and cultivate a sense of calm, irrespective of the external environment. Equanimity, as advocated by Stoicism, isn't about repressing emotions or taking a passive approach to existence. It's about fully embracing life's highs and lows while maintaining an internal equanimity. It's about acknowledging our emotions without letting them dictate our actions. It's about finding power not in the events that occur, but in our responses to them. Today, we're going to explore 5 Stoic practices to cultivate equanimity. We'll delve into the wisdom of ancient philosophers and see how their teachings can be practically applied to our daily lives. However, remember, this isn't a sit-back-and-watch kind of experience. We invite you to participate actively, to ponder, to reflect, and to share your insights. We encourage you to stay with us till the end. This journey promises not just enlightenment, but a chance for deep introspection and transformation. Let's begin. Number 1, negative visualization, or the concept of regularly envisioning worst-case scenarios. This profound idea is straightforward yet transformative. It's about acknowledging our sphere of influence and concentrating our efforts within this domain rather than expending energy on matters beyond our reach. The Stoics proposed that we divide into 2 categories, things we can control and things we can't. In the first category, we find our minds, our actions, our responses. This is the realm where we hold the reins, where we can make a difference. The second category comprises external factors, the weather, the actions of others, global events. These are beyond our control, no matter how much we might wish otherwise. This distinction is not just philosophical musing, it's a practical tool for navigating life. By focusing on the things we can control, we can make meaningful changes and influence our own destiny. We conserve our energy, our time, and our peace of mind. That's not to say it's easy. It requires discipline and commitment to draw that line between what we can and cannot control. Through negative visualization, we can condition ourselves to accept and appreciate whatever life throws at us, seeing potential setbacks not as obstacles but opportunities for growth. It might be tempting to fret about a delayed flight or a friend's opinion, but remember, these are external factors outside our control. Instead, we can choose to control our reactions to these events. We can choose calmness over frustration, understanding over resentment. The Stoics believed that by focusing our energy in this way, we could achieve a state of equanimity, a peaceful mind undisturbed by the tumult of the external world. It's a powerful antidote to the anxiety and stress that can so easily consume us. Remember, the only thing you truly control is your own mind. Let's not allow external circumstances to dictate our inner peace. Number 2, accept what you cannot control. This fundamental principle of Stoicism prompts us to recognize the limitations of our power, understanding that the universe is not always in tune with our desires. It is a call to embrace the unpredictability of life with its ebbs and flows, joys and sorrows, successes and failures. You see, Stoicism teaches us that not all things in life are within our control. Our attitudes, thoughts and actions, yes, we have dominion over them. But the weather, the passage of time, the actions of others, they are beyond our reach. It's like trying to catch the wind in our hands, a futile endeavor. The Stoics believed that the key to serenity lies in this realization. When we spend our energy trying to control the uncontrollable, we set ourselves up for frustration and disappointment. But when we accept these uncontrollable aspects of life, we make peace with the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. This doesn't mean we become passive or indifferent. On the contrary, it's about active acceptance. It's about acknowledging that there are things we cannot change and focusing our efforts on the things we can. This distinction, this acceptance, is a powerful force that can lead us to a state of equanimity. Think of it as standing in the midst of a storm. You cannot control the wind or the rain, but you can control your response to it. You can choose to fight against the storm, or you can accept its presence and adapt. It's in this acceptance where you find your inner peace, your equanimity. So how can we apply this in our daily lives? Start small. When you find yourself frustrated by something beyond your control, take a moment to recognize this. Breathe. Acknowledge that it is what it is and let it go. Shift your focus to what you can control, your thoughts, your reactions, your next steps. The path to equanimity can be challenging, but the rewards are profound. And remember, acceptance is not defeat, but a courageous acknowledgement of reality. Number 3, the view from above. Now, this might sound simple, but in reality, it demands a deep and profound shift in how we perceive our world. The Stoics were proponents of what they called objective judgment. This means removing our personal biases, our preconceptions, and our emotional reactions, and instead seeing things as they truly are. In essence, the view from above is about stripping away the layers of interpretation that we often impose on reality and learning to look at the world with clear, unbiased eyes. Let's take a moment to consider what this means. We all have our own unique perspectives, shaped by our experiences, our beliefs, and our values. These perspectives color our view of the world, often leading us to perceive things not as they are, but as we see them instead. However, the Stoics argued that our perceptions are not always accurate, and that by clinging to these skewed views, we can create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. So, how can we practice this Stoic way of the view from above? Well, it starts with awareness. We need to become aware of our biases, our judgments, and our emotional reactions. Once we've identified these, we can start to question them, to challenge them, and ultimately to let them go. The benefits of this practice are manifold. When we see things as they truly are, we can make more rational decisions. We can respond more effectively to life's challenges, and we can reduce the amount of mental turmoil we experience. In other words, the view from above can lead us to a more balanced mind, and ultimately to equanimity. Remember, this is not about denying our feelings or suppressing our emotions. Instead, it's about recognizing that our perceptions are not always accurate, and that by seeing things as they truly are, we can free ourselves from the shackles of our own misconceptions. True freedom is to the world with clear and unbiased eyes. This is the essence of the third Stoic way, the view from above. It's a challenging journey, but one that can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Number 4, practice detachment. There's a profound wisdom in this principle that can lead us to a profound sense of peace and equanimity. But let's not rush into conclusions, shall we? Let's take a moment to explore the depths of this idea. Picture this: you're holding a glass of water. You like the glass, it's shiny, it's comforting. But what happens when the glass accidentally slips from your hand and shatters? You feel a sense of loss, right? This is a simple illustration of attachment. The Stoics, however, encourage us to hold that glass, appreciate its beauty, but always be prepared for the possibility of it breaking. Now extend this metaphor to your life. You have possessions, relationships, ambitions. The Stoics aren't saying you should abandon these, rather they're suggesting a shift in perception. Enjoy the glass while it's in your hand, but don't be shattered when it's not. Think about it. All around us, we see people chasing material wealth, social status, and worldly desires. We're told that these are the keys to happiness. But are they really? The Stoics beg to differ. Happiness, they say, is not found in the external, but within us. It's a state of mind that comes from detaching ourselves from the uncontrollable external factors and focusing on our internal state, our virtues, our actions, our responses. This detachment, however, is not about renouncing the world. It's about enjoying the world without becoming enslaved by it. It's about understanding that everything outside of us is transient, fleeting. It's about understanding that true peace comes from within, not from what we possess or desire. So practice detachment. Enjoy your glass of water, but be prepared for when it breaks. Appreciate the possessions you have, the relationships you share, but do not let them define your happiness or peace. Remember, you are not what you have, but who you are. Detachment is not about renouncing the world, but about enjoying it without becoming enslaved by it. Number 5, see things as they are. As Heraclitus, a pre-Socratic philosopher, once said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of Stoicism's perspective. It's not just inevitable, but a fundamental aspect of existence. The The Stoics comprehended that life is a continuous flow of moments, each unique and irreplaceable. Like a river, life is in constant flux, with every moment birthing a new one. We're not static beings, but dynamic, always evolving and changing. Recognizing this fact can be liberating. It allows us to let go of our rigid expectations and attachments and to accept life as it unfolds, moment by moment. Seeing things as they are also involves understanding that everything is transient. Nothing lasts forever. People, circumstances, and even our own feelings and thoughts are temporary. They come and go like waves on the ocean. This understanding can bring a deep sense of peace and equanimity. It allows us to appreciate what we have while we have it, without clinging or resisting. It encourages us to live fully in the present, knowing that this moment, like all moments, will pass. Furthermore, by seeing things as they are, we open ourselves to growth and transformation. We become adaptable, resilient, and flexible. We can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and composure, knowing that seeing things as they are is not a threat, but a friend to be welcomed. The Stoics prompt us not to resist perception, but to dance with it, to see it not as a threat, but as an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve, an opportunity to experience the richness and diversity of life. In the end, seeing things as they are isn't about passively accepting whatever happens. It's about actively engaging with life in all its unpredictability and impermanence. It's about finding stability not in the external world, which is always changing, but within ourselves, in our capacity to adapt and grow. Perception only constant, and seeing things as they are is embracing life itself. To recap, here are the 5 Stoic ways to practice and achieve equanimity. First, we must try negative visualization. This Stoic exercise ushers us to appreciate what we have currently and significantly reduces our fear of losing it, thereby promoting contentment. The second principle to adhere to is accept what you cannot control. It's a philosophy that fosters an attitude of acceptance and a peaceful surrender to life's natural flow. It's about conditioning ourselves to face life's highs and lows with tranquility. The third way is to practice detachment. This principle isn't just about distancing ourselves from the world around us, it's about not becoming enslaved by it. It emphasizes finding inner peace despite the external circumstances. The fourth principle is a Stoic meditation technique known as view from above. It assists us in gaining a broader perspective, helping us understand our place in the larger scheme of things. Lastly, we must see things as they are. This is about taking away preconceived notions and biases to embrace objectivity. It encourages us to respond to life more rationally and effectively. These principles, each in their own unique way, are like guideposts on journey to equanimity. Remember, they are not just philosophical concepts, but practical tools for a peaceful and balanced practice these, and you will find strength within you, just like the great philosopher Marcus Aurelius proclaimed.